Right.
And you were known for your remixes, being like always the remix guy. Do you have
Yeah.
one of your favorites?
Phew.
I know I hate you with the old school
uh,
question.
yeah. I mean, shit. We did so many. Maybe the MC Light remix we did.
Yeah.
You know, Naughty
Mm.
by Nature.
Yeah, shout
Shout
out
out
to
to
Tretch. We
Tretch.
just had him on the show too. Shout out to him.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, that's family. We done a lot of tours with Naughty by Nature. So definitely, you know.
Another
Next year,
another
next year, next year everything's back to normal a little bit. So we're gonna start hitting the road again. So, you know, back to Europe and back to the States and all that, you know.
another person we had on the podcast also, Master Ace.
Masta Ace, man. Like, y'all was on that album like fucking was it a Long Hot Summer? Like that's how dope. Like I when I first heard that and I heard your verse, I was just like, yo, man, like because y'all all of y'all killed it. But like how was it working with Master Ace, man? Which been a special guest on the show. So how dope was it, like, you know what I mean? And how was that chemistry
That's,
in the studio with you and Juju with him?
I mean, Master Ace wanted to do this record really bad. He was like, "Yo, I got this beat that shit says Beatnuts all over it." So he sent me the beat, and I was like, "Yo, that shit is crazy." So it was kind of easy for me to just start flowing with it. You know, the pen just started going loose, and
Right.
and and, and we just got up in there. I remember there was. We was trying to get Juju up in there, and we couldn't get him, and he missed like the first session or whatever. Finally, we got him in, and it, you know,
Right.
everything's good.
Did your magic, man, because that's one thing y'all do.
Yeah,
Like, even with the the type of songs that y'all do, like it's always different. Like that's why I always I'll be like, man, Beatnuts is so like underrated because I used to be like, yo, why nobody ever talk about them? But I always knew people talk about y'all, but they don't never
yeah,
put like y'all in like the top five. But I didn't never understand that because y'all songs always stuck out, especially in the culture and into the United States because it hit over here in KC. Like we was jamming to it.
yeah. I
And
mean,
as
you
soon, as
know,
soon as
overseas
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah,
they took off. The Beatles took off. You know, so
right.
That's like Stone Crazy in '97 came out, and all of a sudden you guys were just motoring. Of course, you had the song with Big Pun. Uh,
yeah,
Tretch told us a really good Big Pun story about how you couldn't even tell he was breathing when he would do like the whole verse in one take kind of thing, but he would be sitting down, but you wouldn't even realize that he was breathing in this whole verse. Do you have a pretty cool Big Pun story?
ah man, I got too many stories about him, but I don't know.
RB Big
He
Pun,
just,
man, the Punisher.
yeah.
Legend.
Big Pun was just a funny dude. Anytime you was gonna hang out with Big Pun, just be ready to laugh a lot and hear and smell some disgusting odors and he just a prankster, man. You know, he'll just like grab your phone and fucking fart on it or something like you know, or just
Right,
do some crazy shit, you know.
right. Yo, I had to say, yeah, I had to say this, man. Like when I always go to fucking the first album and that fucking first video, like I remember like once I heard about the massacre, I always wanted to, go back. And it took me a while because, at the time we didn't have the internet. So I was like, yo, I wonder if we could get the first, Beatnuts video or whatever video I could see. And it was fucking Reign of the Tech, which is fucking fire, man. Like I always go back to those type of songs and be like, yo, that's why I see why y'all killed it the way y'all did on Reign of the Tech. Like, just tell us a little bit about the video and the chemistry with you and Juju on Reign of the Tech.
I mean, Reign of the Tech, it was basically, we found the Reign of the Tech sample with Sadat X. John Wayne couldn't even stand the Reign of the Tech. So that's where the idea sparked from. So then we was in the studio and I don't know if y'all even noticed, but the voice on the hook is Curious George. You know, when I pop the trunk, hit the deck. Yeah, if you listen, that's Curious George saying that, and then we just answered,
wow,
hit the deck. So yeah, so Curious helped us writing that hook too. So you know, we was always in the studio with Curious. So that's how that relationship was. You know,
right. So, I'm so fucking glad you said that, because like Curious George, you would think it would sound like Curious, but then you'd be like, yo, this is fucking hard though.
Yeah, exactly. That's the last person you would think on a hardcore hook, but that's why we would do crazy shit like that, you know?
Right, which is straight genius though, you know what I mean? Like for real.
How'd you come up with the Beatnuts logo?
Beatnuts logo was just like, we had the Hank Mobley cover. We was going through a jazz book, finding covers that we wanted to remake, like a remix, and we just fell in love with this one, and we just gave it our own twist to the you know, the turnaround.
Okay. And just coming out of Queens, bro, like, you know what I'm saying, you had your L Cool J's, you had fucking, you know, and you had fucking like the Juice Crew, you know what I mean? Like, Roxanne, Shantae.
Native Tongues.
Like you know, even like with 50 and all these people.
We come from the foundation, of hip hop. So it's like, and especially the time we come from, you know, it's like, so we sucked all of that shit up, breakdancing, the graffiti, the streets, the whatever it was, fighting motherfuckers in the streets, whatever, we did it all, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, coming from New York, you had to be tough out there. Yeah. You can't just be, you know.
Yeah, you can't be no everyday slouch, for real. Yeah. I shout out to my man Trap.
Motherfuckers is gonna test you. You know, so you know how it is. So.
Right. I mean, shout out to my man Trap from ADHD. He's from Queens. He's always yo, I'm from fucking Queens. You know how that energy of Queens, like when you talk to he's like, man, fuck that bullshit.
Exactly. So
shit. You know what I
mean? So not, you know, not only that energy, but we put that same energy into we gonna win in this game, and whatever Beatnuts is gonna do is gonna bang. It's gonna, you know. And that was always my goal. Like it didn't even matter what it was. We just gonna bang. And you know, like a lot of the reasons for our hits was because of shit like that. Because a lot of people in the beginning was like, Beatnuts is a one hit wonders. So we was like, all right, one hit wonder.
Never
hold this one. Hold this one. We just kept hitting you. Bang, bang, hold this one.
Right.
So finally, motherfuckers like, oh shit, they got some heat.
Yeah, always timeless too, because fucking the timeless songs that make you want to get off your fucking ass and jam. Like I have this shit, like. And speaking of we talking about Queens, Nas just dropped that King Disease 3. Like, how was it feeling like, you know what I'm saying? Because I know y'all, have y'all ever did anything with Nas? Or was it like...
Not really, but like we chopped it up a few times in the studio. And it's real easy to work with Nas, you know? It's just a phone call away, and if he really needs... I'm sure he got plenty of beats right now, but you know, if he wants that real grimy,
right,
smack
Queens, New York shit,
smack, you know,
right? Because I always wonder that too. Because shout out to Nas, man, that King Disease 3,
this kind
fire.
No, you want that grimy,
yeah. That's a fact, though. For real.